She pulls her hand out of your hand very quickly and slaps you across the face, and says, "You never touch a high elf." And then
I
turns.
Take it as like a successful. Like,
she says, "No, it'll be good for these lessers to learn how the world really works." And then she begins to explain. So we're doing 3 weeks. That's 3 different roles. And so the way this is going to work is each week, Folan is going to research in the library. Okay. Leviticus, you can either choose every week. So after we do the first role, you can say, I'm going to keep helping him, or you can go to the shop and try and make some money. Okay.
And the shop will potentially be making money without him. It's just going to make more money if he's there.
Yeah, exactly. And Gonad Blighter, you're going to be taking care of the fights.
Yep.
So the first thing, you're not making any money. You're falling. You're doing the falls for. Remember the deal you made?
You're gonna throw a bunch of fights.
How many fights do I have to throw?
You have to throw 4 fights.
Is that 1 fight per week or 4?
It's 1 fight per week. We're going to play out the last fight.
He doesn't get a cut of these bets where he's taking a dive?
Nope. They're not letting him take any
because he cut a man down in the middle of a bar.
Right.
And he still owes 40 gold as well. So on that last fight, you're going to have to pay up that 40 gold, or attempt to if you don't have enough.
So picky.
JD, one thing I did want to bring up. I don't know if I mentioned this to you the last time we spoke. I do intend to cast the Find Familiar spell at some point.
Oh, yes, you did mention that.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Should I do that now? Do you want to take control of the familiar and or what type of form it takes, or do you want me to do that?
I'll let you do that. Why don't you do that either now or in between sessions? Either one works. Right. We'll say that you're doing it now because you've got so much downtime. Okay. So,
hey guys, I found someone who seems kind of familiar.
All right, so we're gonna start this. All right. So, Blighter, you're gonna be rolling 3 rolls per fight. Okay.
All right.
You're gonna be rolling your athletics. Okay. So give me 3 rolls on your athletics. You need 2 successes to fall properly in that fight.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So give me
1, 2, 3.
Okay. So you successfully make that fall.
Yes.
You almost misread the fight and almost fall too early, but then you're like, oh no, wait, this is when I have to do it. Okay. From when you were talking to Vesk earlier.
All right.
So you've got 1 success. Nice job, buddy.
1? I thought I needed more than 1.
No, 1 successful fight down. So you've got 3 fights.
1 week at a time.
Right.
Oh.
So you succeeded in this week.
Okay.
Good job.
Right.
Now, Leviticus, are you going to assist in the shop or assist with Folan?
Those are my only 2 options for activity during these 2 weeks?
Yes.
Well,
if you can think of something better.
So,
what else would you rather be doing? Come on now.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of anything.
Helping yours truly.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather be doing the most. But knowing that I have these responsibilities, so a ways back, Folan had made this suggestion that maybe it would be better for Verge to move on from the shop and for the shop to be sold, to true up our debts with our debtors, and to use that money to try to go towards taking care of Verge. But then there's also this thing that Folan's not quite involved in, and that he doesn't really want to know about, that Verge is
Yeah.
involved in, and the concern between myself and Verge is that whether or not he'd be able to continue that. And so I've got this kind of scheme to try to get that going.
Okay. So let's do this then. Instead of so you've got 3 choices then: help Folan, help the shop, or go out and investigate for leads on trying to sell the place.
Okay.
Does that work?
It does. And so this is just for week 1, right?
Yep.
All right.
So roll investigation.
All right.
And just give me 1 roll. That's all you're gonna get.
Why 1? How come I got 3?
Because you're fighting. So it's kind of like you're combating another person. This he's
Okay.
trying to search. He's trying to go out and find things.
I see.
So you do not find anything in that week that can assist you in trying to sell the place.
All right.
Now, Folan, it is your turn.
Okay.
So give me 1 roll in investigation to try and figure out more about your father.
So I do want to counter offer something.
Okay.
Since I'm not otherwise using my portent ability for these
Move in closer. I can barely hear you.
sorry. Since I'm not really using my portent rolls for these weeks, can I do these with advantage instead, just kind of in lieu of
Googling death
using those dice?
So this is how I was going to do it. I was going to let you roll 2 new dice, and you can swap those 2 dice out at any time during these 3 weeks.
Oh, okay, that works too. That should be fine.
Because I was going to give you advantage if anyone, like if Leviticus helps you. So
Okay.
this is the way that we'll do it.
This doesn't really help me if these are low dice, but we'll see.
Hey, that's
Hang on.
part of the game.
Here we go. All right. Okay, so I got 120. All right.
Nice.
So this is investigation, right?
Yes. So give me a roll for investigation.
All right, I'm fairly good at that. 11.
Yeah.
What the hell? We'll go ahead and use my 20 and make it this week.
All right. So it is a success.
Mm-hmm.
Folan, as you're thumbing through the different pages in the library and the different books, you notice that that there's actually some Elven scrolls kind of in the back area, and you head over that way and you begin to sift through it, and you find records of the initial invasion into this continent.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that your father was part of the original invading force.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first success information.
Okay.
Okay.
So he was like a general or something in the
He
army.
was involved in the invasion. The original evasion. So he helped set up the 2 cities, and then the advance all the way up the like half of the continent.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Depends on who you are and your political views at that time.
Yeah.
Well, also I would have read the letter by now as well. So
Okay. Well then,
that gives me any different information than what we've already covered.
It does not, but I wrote it out, and so I'm going to share it with you.
Is it written by my mother or my father?
It's written by your father.
Okay.
What does it say? What does it say? What does it say? What's it say? What's it say?
Would you like everybody to see it or just you?
I think I'll take it for now.
Okay. I don't know how to show
Just send me the text or something. It doesn't, or send it to me later somehow. It's fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll send it to you later. I'll email it to you. How about that? It's not going to be really. It's not going to really be relevant for this. It's not going to assist you essentially with trying to find out more information.
Sure.
I'm gonna hack into your email address.
I'm trying to think of some like medieval equivalent of email or Gmail or something like that.
AB111111.
Okay. All right. So go Nad. You get to roll another 3 athletics.
Alrighty, here we go.
See if there's successes.
Athletics. 1, 2. 2? Did I do
one
a
more?
second one? 3.
Yeah. Okay. So nice job on that. You got another success. Excellent.
Alrighty.
So the second week, as you're walking up to the fight, you're hyping yourself up, and you notice a strange cloaked person watching you in the shadows as you walk up to the location.
It's like Eye of the Tiger. He's like Rocky, except instead of like winning the fight, he's like really pumped up about taking a dive.
Yeah. He's trying to pump himself up to like not screw it up.
I hope I hope the last fight it ends up being like fight. What is it? The movie with Brad Pitt.
Fight Club.
No, Snap.
Oh, Snatch.
Snatch. Yeah.
Yeah. Guy
Ritchie.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie.
Last one I'm going to be Snatch.
All right. So you end up success on that. So Leviticus, what would you like to do? Run the shop, help Folan, or try and find a potential buyer for the location?
So I think I'm going to use the last week to just catch up with Folan and to try to see what he's learned up to that point and help him learn like whatever he's.
So this week you're going to try and help Folan?
No. On the last week, the third week.
I see.
This second week, I want to still try to find a buyer for the business,
okay,
so I can get this scheme going.
Roll investigation again.
So is this investigating for what?
To try and find a buyer for the shop, for Verge's shop.
Dang, dude.
Ironically, this role matches the role I've been doing for the past 7 years. I have in Terre Haute.
You do not find anyone willing to buy that location.
Which totally matches my expectations. The real estate market in the area.
Yeah. So Folan, it is now your turn. You are in the library again for the second week.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose to bring your mother along if you would like.
Yeah.
Do I think, knowing my mother, do I think she'll be well behaved in the library? Or
she'll be well behaved.
To her own code of behavior.
Okay, I'll bring her along. Sure.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll 2 dice this time. All right. So you make a success on this one. Your mother kind of works against you for a little bit, and then you kind of give her the puppy.
I imagine
eyes.
maybe I find something while her back is turned, and I'm just like, I'll put this away for later.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let mom know I found this one.
Is his dad still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
As far as I know.
So as you are reading through, you find that your father is one of the few who only answered to the Council of Nobles, which is traditionally only kings have done before. Okay.
So he's not ruling body member, but
he only
to the ruling body.
He only answers to the council.
Okay.
And normally what would happen is you would have the king, and think of it as like the presidency.
Right.
He needs to confer with the council before he can make any decisions, and everyone has to be okay with it, essentially.
Okay.
So
it's not so he can't do something and then explain himself to the council?
No, he can. He's a king. He can do that, but it's not popular.
Okay.
It's not popular to do that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So the second week is down. Third week, Gonad Blighter. Let's get those athletic rolls.
Can I roll strength instead?
That is strength.
What? Oh, can I? Can I roll great sword instead?
No.
Oh.
Just give me skill check strength.
What if I don't want to take a dive?
Roll
to the mob.
Roll will.
Will?
So if you roll actually a wisdom saving throw, you could do that, and that'll determine whether you actually do take a dive or not.
A wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it's going to be a saving throw up top.
Up top. Okay. Before I go over there to take a dive, I consult Folon. if I can find him. Can I do that?
I can say during the week, you intermittently find him at his room, so you can consult him.
And I'm like, so Folan, I guess I'm gonna go take a dive. That's what they say I'm supposed to do. What do you think about that?
I think if you don't, you're going to have a great many blades at your throat afterwards.
Yeah, I guess so. I look off like heroically into the sunset.
Neural is standing with you, and he's like, just kill them all.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I haven't made up my mind yet.
I mean, of course, Mr. Blighter, you are your own man. Far be it from me to tell you what to do with your life. But I will tell you this. If you do not honor the agreement that you made with I can't remember his name.
Vec.
Vec.
Yeah.
Vec and his men. Vesk and his men. You will not live much longer to be a help to anyone.
That's true.
Neural, me, or anyone else.
Hey, John.
It's kind of yeah.
Roll up a new character, buddy.
Roll up a new character?
I'll help you tonight if you want to go this route.
Nah. Nah, I don't want to die.
Emotionally attached to Gonad Blighter.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to die yet.
You could roll a healer.
There you go.
Yeah, it'd be going out in a blaze of glory.
If Gonad Blighter goes out like this and then reincarnates to somebody like so totally different in personality.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll. I'm going to go ahead and roll athletics.
Okay. Roll 3 times.
Like a punk. All right. 1, 2. Oh crap. 3.
You do not dive this time.
Do I not?
No. Your pride swells up inside of you. You're like, no, geez. I can take this guy. And you just destroy him.
I run for my life.
No. All right. Okay, so we're going to pause there for you. So you didn't dive this time.
Or if he didn't dive properly, right? Did he like dive too early? Was it obvious? People were... Like
right.
the people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Your rolls are pretty close, so I will give that to you. I will say that you didn't dive properly, so the people are like, "Hey, what the hell?" So the audience, the members are like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Yeah.
And you're like on the ground. You're like, "Oh no, I have fallen."
It's like a soccer player. He's like, he punched my toe.
Yeah. Like I pulled my leg. I pulled my angrion muscle.
Okay. All right. So Leviticus, what would you like to do this time? Help the shop, investigate, or help Folan?
This time I need to use the remaining window of opportunity to help Folan so that I'm as informed as possible about what's going on with this history and this connection that I have to this family.
Okay, cool. So you are going to get advantage now. On your next roll, Folan.
And about this time, Leviticus, you do notice that Folan pretty much constantly has like a raven on his head or like on his shoulder or something with him. Okay. Just there with him, hanging out, being cool.
And from now on, Gonad Blighter has a little like parrot-looking thing.
No, you can't.
That's my spell, John. That's my thing.
This is a little birdie I bought in the market.
The bird flies away.
Oh.
All right.
My birdie flew away.
All right.
With advantage. Here we go.
Yep. Give me investigation with advantage.
23.
Okay.
Did I get it all, JD?
Yeah, you got it all. I actually had this, like, if you got all successes, I was going to be like, okay, here's everything. And I have to, like, read everything again to make sure that I'm giving what is correct.
I don't invite my mother this time.
No, your mother's there, all right.
Oh, damn it.
Wow.
as you're researching, so this is just oh God, this is just you and Leviticus.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. All right. So you're searching through and you find something really interesting about your father. Every time you do, you point it out to your mother, kind of passive aggressively, kind of like, "Oh, this is interesting."
Mm.
And after a few of those, she begins to break down and cry. And she goes, "I told your father that I wouldn't tell you. He made me promise not to tell you, but you're my baby. I have to tell you." And she
I
begins
go,
to cry.
pat her on the shoulder. It's okay, Mom. It's all right. I know you just wanted to protect me. Now tell me everything.
And she goes on to explain that you're actually the grandson of Melrill,
Cool beans.
and that your father and his uncles postponed their fight for the crown because the way it would work is when heirs were born, doesn't matter what their gender is, doesn't matter how old they are, they all fight for the crown. Whoever is the strongest takes the crown.
Mm-hmm.
And so the
succession by physical
strength.
prowess, right?
Yeah. So the three sons of Melrill, which is your father and his two uncles, or your two uncles, his two brothers, decided they were not going to fight for the crown. Instead, they're going to let the council rule because they're in a state of emergency.
And was this all still in the old continent?
This is all in the old continent.
Okay.
So they divided up the leadership between the three of them and the council. So your father was in charge of invading the new land and taking the new land for the elves. And she explains all of that to you, and she's crying.
Yes, Mother. Thank you for coming clean. I know you just wanted to protect me. Everything is fine. Let's get you home and get some wine. It's fine.
And she blows her nose and ends up leaving the library, and she begins drinking at the hotel in her room.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gonad Blighter, you do not know any of this.
Nope.
Even though you heard it, your character does not know this.
Okay.
Leviticus, you know all of it because you were standing right there. So you two, you and Folan can talk about whether you want to share this information with Gonad or not. That's your call.
So once my mother leaves,
yeah,
and Leviticus and I are more or less alone.
You guys are pretty much alone in
the library or
yep.
in, the scriptorium or whatever.
Yeah.
And I kind of look at Leviticus and I go and I say, if it's any consolation, they didn't tell me most of this until just now, which is why I have been looking into this. Also, the fewer people that know this is probably the better for my longevity, if you understand my meaning. Also, underlines the point as to why I do not want to know or be involved in any way, shape, or form with the side business that you and Verge have running out of the alchemist shop.
I say that's understandable and appreciated, and I can understand that. I tell him that I understand.
And then I also add, and I would probably not let Mr. Blighter know anything about this because then the entire city is going to know about it. So
I tell Bolin that I totally agree with him in that point.
And then I basically say, I think I need to ruminate on some things. I will see you next week, perhaps. And then he basically goes back and holes up in his study at the hotel.
Okay.
I bid him farewell.
All right. So Leviticus, you're back at the shop. Right? You head back to the shop, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. So you're at the shop, and a messenger shows up to the shop, and he states, I'm a messenger from Omer. He has sent me to request the movement of the guard's salary. We need to know when they're moving the chest of the guard's salary and what route they take. And he says, when you're ready, send a messenger to Omar in the refugee camp.
And he sends that to Leviticus at the shop.
It's at the shop, so whoever's at the shop. So it'd be probably, honestly, it would probably be Leviticus and Gonad Blighter would hear him.
Makes sense.
Is that like the money that we owe them?
No. So you guys made a deal with Omer that you would take the gold or the bags of coin for information on the guard. Right. And he's calling good on that favor now.
But again, and Folan's idea was we're going to double cross the double crossers by letting the city guard give us whatever information they want us to give to Omer, right? So we can say, hey, that skeevy fellow at the refugee camp wants to know when you're moving some money around. So what do you want us to tell him? Type of a thing.
Right, exactly.
Good, because then that gets us in favor with both parties, and we can figure out.
Sort of, right? Like, it depends on how heavy-handed the guard response is.
Yeah.
Because if they try to hit that wagon train and the guard response is like 200 guys just to butcher them, they're going to know that something was up.
Yeah.
And it's going to burn the bridge at the refugee camp. And honestly, at least as far as Folan is concerned, burning the bridge with the refugee camp is less important than burning the bridge, or the bridge with the refugees is less important than the bridge to the city guard. Like Folan is 100% wants to play nice with the city guard and the city government.
Sure. It's a bigger army. It's closer to where we live.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you get that information, Leviticus and Gonad. So that third week is now over. We're going to move into the fourth week now. So actually, I think I wrote down something here.
The whole time, I would like for like every week, every time there's a wipe or like a scene change and there's a new pan to Leviticus, like his wood elf beard gets slightly
longer
and his locks get slightly longer.
Okay.
And every time I see Leviticus, I'm like, dude, you can keep trying to grow it, but it's never going to be as cool as Folan's beard. It's never going to get there, man.
I look at Gonad Blighter, I'm like, shut up, man.
All right. So you look over how Verge did Leviticus at the shop. And during this month, he was able to make 229 gold. Because you need I think I said 400 gold. Yeah, you need 400 gold. So you made just over half of what you need.
The thought comes to Leviticus's mind that
you wasted 3 weeks.
well, not just that, but wondering if all these circumstances, if fate is kind of nudging the sale of this place to Folan and or the Starfields or something like that.
The sell of it?
Yeah.
I don't think you would get any kind of confirmation on that.
Why would the Starfields want a old shop?
Yeah, they haven't asked for any kind of information on it. They're not particularly interested in it, besides trying to help the members the family members in there.
Maybe Folon could talk his mom into helping us out.
Well, at least I'm curious as like I'm trying to like what do you call it?
Save your ass.
No, position myself like what's the word for it? Where like I don't quite understand entirely what's going on with the Starfields and Folan and everything, and I know that I've got this pressure, this deadline coming up for this due date for this payment.
Yeah.
And so I think it might be interesting to see what's going on. It might be revealing if I would come to Folan with this situation and see what he thinks about.
You could meet him. You could go up to his room. Gonad Blighter will go with you most likely. And Gonad, this is going to be your last fight.
Yeah.
So you should
I
bring.
was actually going to run
with you.
Yeah, I was going to run past the situation, past my friends here, and say. So I say to them. So the last time I was in this fight situation, it didn't go as well as I was hoping it was going to go. It almost turned really, really bad. I almost died, guys.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're in my room at this point.
Yeah, you guys are in Folan's in his room at the inn. You're all speaking, and Gonad Blighter states what he just stated to you in there.
So I'm kind of wondering if maybe you could go with me and make sure everything goes okay. And if it doesn't go okay, maybe you could help me kill a lot of people to keep myself safe, or at least help me escape. That'd be really cool.
I have a question. What time of day do you guys show up?
What maybe early afternoon, right? You guys probably show up early afternoon.
I mean, it's up to them. I just want to know
Yeah.
like what time of day they're coming to Folan's room looking for him.
Since you asked, I really am feeling kind of pressured and maybe slightly panicked while trying to kind of not show it.
Haven't been sleeping well. You're up all night. You know.
Yeah. I'm kind of disheveled. That's why my beard is like looking kind of scraggly. I'm like unkempt a little bit, and I kind of wake Gonad Blighter up in the morning, like kind of as like right before the sun comes up, and I'm like, because I'm a wood person. I'm in tune with nature, and I'm
with nature, man.
Yeah, and I kind of like shake him awake, and I'm like, hey, I need you to come with me. We need to go talk to Folan. It's really important. And so we get to Folan like just as the sun's coming over the horizon.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Okay.
What if would it be possible for one of us to like poison the drinks of everyone at the fight, so they're all like weakened or something?
No. Okay. All right. So Folan, this is the last week, the fourth week, where you had finished doing your research in the library. You'd spent a little bit of time this week in the library doing some work, and you found some interesting stuff, and you brought it back to the hotel room with you. You're sitting there studying in your hotel room when the stone, your contact stone, lights up. What do you do?
First of all, I roll my eyes because this is exactly what I needed right now. But yeah, I will pick it up and answer. Not sure what the protocol is, but I'll say my catchphrase, keyword, whatever, password,
Right.
to let them know it's me.
Yeah, your password. Your friend states new instructions at drop-off point A.
Okay.
Go to pick up.
All right. Well, I will pack away all the notes and books and things that I have from the library. Is it nighttime, I'm assuming?
It's like evening-ish, so you could wait until nighttime to go pick it up, or you could do it right now. The sun's just starting to set.
I think I would rather wait until nighttime.
Okay.
because there'll be fewer people around to
Yeah.
see anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll wait until the sun goes down and then put on something full length and probably with a hood or a face covering of some kind to obscure my identity, and then I will head out and find the drop point.
Okay. So you get to drop point A. Everything seems normal. You pick up the new instructions, and do you open it there, or do you bring it back to your hotel room and open it?
Probably take it back to the hotel room. Again, just because
Who knows?
as few chances for anything to go wrong as possible, privacy-wise or otherwise. So.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So you get back to the hotel room, and as you open it, all it states is using all of the contacts you've made cause instability within Reich and Doros as a whole. And then it finishes with, then move out of Doros and scout the strength of the other human lands.
So using all the contacts you have made, basically sow discord in and around Reich.
Yeah. And Doros as a nation as well as Reich, since Reich is the capital.
Right. Yeah.
So after you've received that, your friend or handler is waiting a reply to make sure that you have received your new instructions. And so he's waiting for you to message him over the rock or over the stone.
Okay. Do I have a drop-off point where I can likewise send more extensive messages back to them, right? Like if I need to tell him,
yeah,
orders received, reply waiting at drop point.
So you've got drop-off point A, B, C, and D.
Okay.
You know those four, as well as your handler or friend knows those four, and so you used A to pick up this new information, and you used C originally to drop off your first report.
Right. Okay. So I will, and they're all within like a reasonable distance to walk, right? Like
Yeah.
It's not going to be my handler waiting for like 2 hours to get a response, right?
No.
All right. So I will write a response that says, orders understood. New light on family name. Should I use this as an asset or conceal it further?
It's a good question.
Followed by, no, we'll leave it at that. I think we'll leave it at that for tonight. If I have some other questions I need to just kind of
mill over
and get the wording right on. But yeah, for now, at least I want to let them know that new information has come to light, at least for me.
Yeah.
Hell, they might already know. Somebody up there probably already does know.
Yeah.
But because originally when I asked them originally if I should conceal my identity as a noble born elf, and they're like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But definitely want to let them know that some very serious information has come to light about my family history, and do I need to conceal it or not?
Okay. All right, so you drop that off, and I'm assuming you message him over the stone to let him know.
Yep, I'll tell him, orders received and detailed reply waiting at drop point B.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So, like an hour later, you get a reply saying, report received. Additional instructions at drop-off point D. So you can go there and pick all those up now, or you can. This is all happening within a span of like 6 to 8 hours.
Right. One evening into night. Right. So,
right.
I mean, yeah, I'll go and get them tonight, because it's not like I'm special. I'm an elf. I don't have to sleep for 8 hours. So, no, I'll go pick it up tonight, even if it's late.
Okay, cool. So you receive it, bring it back to your hotel room as you did the other one, and it answers your first two questions. It states use name as an asset to help complete mission.
All right, and they're just leaving me to figure this stuff out, huh? They're not giving me no more pointers or anything. Huh?
Nothing right now. No.
Go cause some chaos. You got it.
And then figure out the strength of the other lands, the other human lands. So.
Or just throw this out there. What if we all skip town? There's a really nice refugee camp just outside of town. We could hide out there for a few days, and then find our way out in the woods somewhere. Maybe find a small village to move to. Hey, Verge, are you around? Do you see all this blood?
So
this is really gross over here, man.
You see Verge sitting there on the ground, completely covered in blood.
Like and subscribe. Check out what happened last time right here. Check out what happens next time right here. We stream on Twitch. Links down below.